What is up, YouTubers? So today I'm going to show you a new pure mage create a class build thing, right? So the last one I did was not good at all. It somehow got 2,000 views in almost 3 weeks, but it got so many dislikes and so many people commented badly because it was a dual commentary. I deleted it. Anyways, so right now I'm going to do a new one where it's not dual commentary, just me. The mic sounds better. At least I hope it does. Comment on how the mic sounds, if it's still got that very loud ring to it. If you want to refer to one of my other videos where I did the Noble build, which is also going to be in this playlist if I make this a playlist. I don't know if I'm going to have enough videos to do this. Anyways, so let's get started. Other than I've already used a few of my perks because I've already done my crafting skills because I might play on this account. But if you want to see the crafting skills, you can watch one of my other videos, which I may post in the future. Anyway, so depending on what type of mage you're going to do, you're either going to do a battle mage, a light mage, or a no armor mage. When you do the heavy armor, you're going to want to go into heavy armor, obviously. Light armor, you're going to want to go into light armor. When you do the no armor, you're definitely going to want to use Alteration. I'm still going to use it just a little bit, but for the damage dealing stuff, you're only going to have Destruction, really. I mean, you could count some of the illusion spells, but Destruction is going to be your main way to deal damage. First off, after you get Novice Destruction, whoa, I have no idea how that happened. Anyways, you're going to want to choose one of these, 2 of these, 3 of these. It's really up to you. I've found that they really don't change too much. I honestly like Shock and Fire. I've never really found too many uses for Frost. But, you know, if you have a use for it and you know something that's really good to use it on, go ahead. But I'm going to do Shock just for the sake of this video. Depending on which one you chose, you're going to get Power. Intense Flames, they're going to flee. I've found that to be very, not so useful, just because it's annoying how they run. Frost damage paralyzes the target if their health is low. I've found that one really doesn't do anything, and it's so, not that often that it doesn't matter. For Disintegrate, which is shock damage, they just disintegrate. That's a little bit of a visual thing, but, you know, that's nice. You'll get to take off a little bit of health. However, with dragons, that can kind of turn back on you because you won't really absorb their soul. At least that hasn't happened with me. You definitely want to get these 2. Destruction dual cast. That allows you to overcharge your spell for more than double the magicka. And then Impact, which staggers all enemies all the time. It's amazing. Other than rune spells and some of the distance spells, you're not going to stagger on those, except for Chain Lightning and I believe Fireball. But still, that's amazing. You'll be staggering dragons, which sometimes is a little bit overpowered, but if you're playing on that higher difficulty, that's definitely going to help. Anyways, you can get this stuff if you want to. I'm not too worried about that stuff, but you do have to get Apprentice. If you want runes, runes are okay, I've found. They don't do as much damage as some of the spells, and they're kind of harder to use. But, you know, I really, that's your preference. Now on to the only thing that's really going to keep you alive, which is your Restoration. First off, you're going to want to get Novice Restoration because you can't get any other perks. Sorry, my controller likes to go to the left a lot, or out. Okay. You can get Restoration dual casting. I usually don't get that. Woo. This helps if you're a mage, any form of mage. In the end, it helps your magicka, regen 50% faster. And then you unlock Avoid Death. That is so nice sometimes when you're fighting that dragon. Anyways, there's a little glitchy, not so glitchy thing. So say you want to be like a vampire type player and you're being a pure mage, or really any character. You want to hit Regeneration just because that increases your power of your healing spells. And then you go to Necromage. Some of you might know what this does, but whoa, oh my god. Alright, what Necromage does is that it allows you to, oh my god, alright. I'll make an in-depth video about this, but it basically makes all enchantments on you much more powerful. Oh my god, I'm gonna rage. Anyways, So yeah, you definitely want to get that if you're going to be a vampire. You can get Respite, restores stamina. Go ahead and get Ward Absorb if you like wards. I like wards, just because I'm fighting a lot of mages all the time. Okay, with Conjuration, depending on what you like more, that's your preference. But I'm definitely going to go up the Atronach side, because that's going to make my freaking satanic, amazing guy so much more powerful. My Daedric guy. Daedra Lord, yes. Sorry, I have not played Skyrim in almost 2 months. But anyways, here, let me explain some of this stuff, because I just grabbed it. This allows you to raise undead 3 times as far away, double duration, and they're 50% more powerful, which is a lot more powerful, trust me. And then you've got the dual casting, which just allows them to stay up longer. They aren't any more powerful, they're just alive longer. I'm going to avoid Illusion just because I am a Breton. If you went with High Elf on this class, I forgot to mention the races, you really want to choose between Breton, High Elf, or Dark Elf, I've heard. But Breton has a lot of resistance to magic, which I like. High Elf does have the pluses in magic, even though so does Breton, if you're just starting a new thing. But usually this is the type of setup I go with. It gets me pretty far. If you may or may not, you are not able to tell, I've probably got like 50 perks left. Because being a pure mage, you can really spread your perks around. Thus, I'm going to go into Alteration. Magic resistance is nice. That's okay if you're using no armor. I'm not going to get that because I am going to be using light armor. So anyways, get dual casting for like your telekinesis and stuff. If you got a lot of magicka to spare, then get your apprentice. Then go over and get all this magic resistance, because that's just nice. I like having that. And then you can get this. Get your spells have greater duration. Just make your spells last longer. That's put within its very description. I like this because you absorb 30% of the magicka of any spells that hit you. Now, if you combine that, so that's 30% right there. And then if you go over to your Restoration and the Ward Absorb recharges your magicka. So I'm not sure what that exactly amounts to, but I heard that it amounts to almost nearly 100% magicka absorption, which would be really nice if it did. I've found that it more levels off to maybe 70%. So I'm just going to grab the shock power. I'm going to try not to use that as my final hit for dragons. As you can see, what I did for the statistic focus was 5-5, just because I'm doing light armor. If you don't want to do 5-5, usually I've heard people go 4 for health, 5 for magicka, and 1 for stamina, so that gives them 200 stamina, 400 health, and 500 magicka. So yep, so that should do it for you guys. If you guys want to go into heavy armor, I'll do that real quick. Even though you guys should know what heavy armor does, I personally don't like heavy armor because it is much heavier. And a lot of the perks are very, very unuseful. Sorry if I just went a little bit quiet, I had moved away from the mic. But that really doesn't help you as a mage. That I don't jump off cliffs on a regular basis, so I'm pretty sure that really doesn't help you too much. But then you got this, but you gotta get 2 useless perks in order to get it. While in light armor, all you gotta in light armor, all you gotta do is go boom, 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 and these both help you, which is why I like the light armor stuff. Okay, so I have 29 perks. Wow, I thought I had so much more. Anyways. So that's going to do it. That's going to leave you guys, at least with that stuff. It's probably going to leave you guys around level 30, level 35 if you already got this stuff up by then. Actually, I believe it's closer to 40. But, you know, if you're a good gamer, you'll get there pretty fast. And if you're not, you know, you'll eventually get there. Not that you're a bad gamer, just some people level up really slow in Skyrim just because they don't have a whole lot of time to play like I do. I've already put 1,000 hours into just one profile on Skyrim. I really love this game. If you guys want advice on any quests or anything like that, leave it in the comments section. I may make a video if it's a really big quest and you're just asking for a whole quest line and people like it and stuff, or I see it repetitive. But keep in mind, because I still have a small community of people who watch, I will be able to check every single comment, so please don't be afraid to leave those comments. Feel free to like or dislike, whichever you choose. I'd prefer that you like it. But so go ahead, choose what you like. If you want to do illusion, probably the best thing to do would get that dual cast. This stuff helps so much. You want to get to quiet casting, especially if you're going to be a assassin type mage. Even though this is pure mage, I don't know why I even said that. But you know, it's still nice if you're in a cave and you see someone up and you want to heal real quick, because that doesn't just apply for your illusion. It says any school of magic. And so that really helps you if you just want to heal real quick without them really noticing you and you're down the hall. Anyways, so that should do it for you guys. Go ahead and get this stuff. That just increases your power, and this definitely helps if you're going against you're going into a ruin or a Dwemer ruin. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Comment in the description of anything else you would like to see, any special classes or anything like that. And let me know if you guys want me to do any new series or any other games. I'll let you know if I have those games. So, see you guys later.